hard to believe that this is actually our last Children's Museum of the Low Country segment here on Palmetto Life for 2023. 2024 is just around the corner, but we have Karen Coltrane with us as usual, like we do every Wednesday. Karen, welcome back.
Thank you.
I hope you got a good one for us. It's the last one of 2023.
I know, and I'm going to start with the Children's Museum this time as something to do because it's one of our biggest events of the year. It's Noon Year's Eve. And
Noon
Year's Eve. And I want to stress that this year we're celebrating it on Saturday, the 30th. The calendar falls a little funky this year. So we are going to be closed on the 31st and the 1st so that we can be open on the 2nd, which is a public school day, public school open day. Schools are closed, we're open. So that's how we like to do it. So normally we're closed on Tuesday, but we'll be open that day while schools are closed and parents are like, oh my God, what do I do with this last day? We're there. So, but the New Year's Eve event is on Saturday because we wanted a full open day of fun for this. And for the little ones who we serve, who really can't make it to midnight to have that celebration, we do a juice box toast on Noon Year's Eve.
It's a little bit of a tongue twister.
It is a tongue twister, so forgive me for that. But yes, so that way it keeps bedtime intact. We're not messing anything up, but we get a big party with all the fun. And our staff's been working hard on it, getting prepared, lots of activities, lots of fun things for the kids to do.
That's so much fun. So you don't want the kids going around doing the pots and pans at midnight?
Well, you may want that. I don't.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you don't want the neighbors to think about that. Yeah, no, so this is a fun way for the littles to get involved and know that it's time to mark the new year, new beginnings.
That's so nice you guys do that. Juice box toast.
Juice box toast,
So
that's
cute.
right. And then now, if you're really into it, maybe even with a little bit older kids, I wanted to mention our friends at the aquarium. I love mentioning our friends at the aquarium.
We all do.
I know. But they have New Year's Eve at Aquarium Aglow. So that's from 5:30 to 9:30 on the 31st. So that's what I said, a little bit older child, but they have all kinds of activities. They got a DJ, face painting, a stilt walker, which you know, they got the ceiling height to do that. That'll be fun, and a ball drop. So and that all happens before bedtime. So I think that's a fun one, maybe even for a little bit older, the older brothers and sisters. And if once all the revelry is over for the New Year's and you just need to kind of come down a little bit,
take a breath.
I love this. Now these are other neighbors of the museum too, but the Hotel Bennett has the gingerbread house. Have you seen it?
No, I've not seen it, but I've heard so much about it.
I have some stats. I'm going to read to you because you and I like to talk candy.
Yes, we do.
Okay, ready? 10 pounds of marshmallows in this thing. Now, can you imagine how many marshmallows it takes to get to 10 pounds? So 10 pounds of candy canes, which you'd kind of expect. 95 pounds of gummy bears.
95 pounds?
105 pounds of Rice Krispies, and it goes on and on. 1,428 Skittles. So
can you actually eat it?
It sounds like yes. Now, I don't know what was used to keep it all together. You'd probably have a tummy ache afterward, but yes, so I think that's a don't miss. And, so that's our recommendation on a Monday, January 1st. If you're like me and you've about taken in all the bowl games you can take, you can walk over to the Bennett and check that out.
Yeah. So good.
And then on the 2nd, on Tuesday, and like I mentioned, schools are closed, but the Bees Ferry West Ashley Library is offering a preschool story time. So I think that's a great way to start the year with reading.
Yes.
You know, and get folks back in the habit. So, and speaking of that, my parent tip, I'm just rolling right in.
You are.
Sorry.
Take it away.
We'll take it. Okay. It is actually about those transitions because we've all had a great time off on break, but now we got to get back into routine. And sometimes that's hard. So I just wanted to maybe offer a few things from my own lived experience and then the actual academic literature on how to do this. But you know, New Year's Eve doesn't help with the bedtime hours, right? So if you've been up late and you've kind of not been on the regular routine, the advice is get back on it as close to as you can before the first day of school, because
Okay.
that is a rough morning.
That is.
If you've been staying up.
Even if you're working and you're an adult, it's not fun.
That's right. That's right. And the other thing is to try to reinforce the positive aspect of going back, because a lot of times we set it up as an either or. You know, oh, it's been so fun to be off. Oh, I got to go back. You
Yeah.
know. And so if we talk to children about, well, what's so great about being back? You get to be with your friends and
Yeah.
you get to have these activities. A lot of times when you can empower children to be involved. So, you know, some of the things you can do is have children pick out what they're going to wear the first day back, pack their backpack with them so that they're part of it too, and getting ready. And the other thing I would say is watch them, because they're watching you. They watch you more closely than you watch you.
Yeah.
And so you want to make darn sure that you're not doing the, I can't believe I got to go back to work. It's really hard because a lot of us feel that way.
Yeah.
But kids are watching that. So it's like both are great. And you can't have a wonderful time on a holiday. It isn't special if you don't end it and go back. So I think those are important messages to kind of project to kids, and that'll help them transition.
Yeah.
It's never perfect, but you know, it can be easier.
But it's also exciting to enter a new year, right? So
I
that's
think
another
so,
thing
too.
you can get them excited about.
That's right.
Do you have any last New Year's resolution? If you could say one New Year's resolution you would suggest for parents this year, what would you say?
I would say a New Year's resolution would be to express gratitude and really help children develop that. Just what is something you're grateful for today? Because it's actually when you have those thoughts, when you can help spur those thoughts in children, anytime any of us have a thought, it builds a neural pathway. And the more you run down the same neural pathway, the more, just like any path through the woods, the more ingrained it gets. And so if you can build a habit like that, it'll help your child build resilience, because they'll see the good in things first before everybody can't be Pollyanna. You got to see the reality. But that really helps children and adults, you know, all of us. So that would be the advice I would give is try to and then build that habit by maybe in the car on the way home from school, or you know, at dinner, or wherever you have these moments before bedtime. What's something you're grateful for today? What was the best thing that happened
that.
today?
Yeah, that's such a good one.
There you go.
What a great way to start out the year. We got to start it off right? No matter how old you are, no matter if your kid's a baby, older, we always need that gratefulness in our lives.
That's right. It helps. Makes everybody happier.
Definitely. Well, Karen, thank you so much. Happy almost 2024. I can't believe it.
I know. Well, I'll say this. I am grateful for you, and I'm grateful for your whole team. It's always a pleasure to be here, and I look forward to 2024.
Well, we are thankful for you, Karen, and I'm sure everybody here in the Low Country has enjoyed having you this year with all the great parent tips, events, all of that. Karen, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.